Hello, my name is Julie Lee from We Learn to Share, and today I'll be going over Unit 2, Networks of Exchange of AP World. Today we will be focusing on the specific trading networks, and in the next video we will focus on the rest of Unit 2, which includes information about the Mongols and the different types of consequences due to connectivity, which refers to trade. First, we will focus on the Silk Road. The Silk Road was a land-based trading route, which means that the route existed on land only instead of other places such as the ocean. The route is most well known for connecting China and Europe together. However, it is also important to remember that the route also connected North Africa. Although the Silk Road did exist before the 1200s, which is the beginning of our time period, it prospered mostly during the time period 1200 to 1450s, since this was when the empires controlled the lands where the route was located. Furthermore, another reason why trade was able to flourish across the Silk Road during this time period was due to the inns, which is also called the caravansaries rise, and the credit, which allowed for trade to become more efficient and fast. Through the Silk Roads, many things were transferred. The most well-known items would be the physical goods. Through the Silk Road, lots of luxury goods were transported since it cost a lot of time. Through the Silk Road, only lots of luxury goods was transported since it cost a lot of time, effort, and money to transport the goods over the long distances, and that's why merchants focused mostly on luxury goods and instead of common goods such as rice. So some of the luxury goods included porcelain, irons, and silk, which were the most luxurious and popular goods. However, out of these, silk would be the most popular and luxurious since it was in high demand, especially in Europe, because people were fascinated by the new material, and also silk grew in popularity after people found out that you could also make clothes with it. Apart from physical goods, culture and religion was also heavily spread thanks to the Silk Road. The most famous example would be Buddhism. Thanks to the Silk Road, Buddhism merchants were able to spread their religion to the East and Central Asia. Furthermore, as the religion spread, not only did more people convert, but the religion itself also changed, which allowed for different types of Buddhism to be found. An example would be Mahayana Buddhism, which focuses on the idea of the deification of Buddha, which is different to traditional Buddhism, in which Buddha is not a deity figure. Some other examples would include Zen Buddhism and Neo-Confucianism. In addition to physical goods and culture, diseases were also transported across the Silk Road. The most well-known example would be the bubonic plague, also known as the Black Death. Disease was able to easily travel across the Silk Road, as the disease was found in flies and rats and small animals, which were stuck onto the merchants and the goods, which when transported from one region to another, also took the disease with them. Now we'll move on to exchange in the Indian Ocean. To start off, I'll go over some basic information. The Indian Ocean trading routes were sea-based, meaning that the routes were on a sea and that trade was carried out through the ocean. These routes connected China, Southeast Asia, and Africa all together, which had therefore allowed for southernization to occur. For those who don't know, southernization refers to a complex process of cultural exchange and diffusion from South and Southeast Asia to Europe, the Middle East, and East Asia. Through the Indian Ocean routes, a larger variety of common and luxury goods were exchanged in comparison to the Silk Road, since a ship can carry more goods for a cheaper price than in comparison to a camel, which were used on the Silk Roads. Some examples of the goods transported through the Indian Ocean routes included, for luxury, porcelain, spices, cotton, ivory, and gold, and some examples of the common goods traded through the Indian Ocean includes wheat, sugar, and rice. It is important to note that all these trade routes through the Indian Ocean routes, uh, all these trades, through the Indian Ocean routes were possible thanks to the monsoons, which are predictable yearly storms where sailors and merchants could predict which way the wind would blow. This was important as the winds heavily affected their travel, especially because they were traveling through the ocean. Trading through the ocean routes was also important as it led to important maritime innovations such as the magnetic compass, astrolabe, and Chinese junks. The compass and astrolabe allowed for sailors to pinpoint the boat's exact location, which was important especially since they were trading goods. And the Chinese junks were basically large ships which could carry lots of goods at once. When trade flourished across the Indian Ocean routes, this allowed for the regions participating in trade to experience large economic growth. This was because really regions could now export more goods easier and quicker. Furthermore, the trade had also influenced the rise of trading cities. An example being Southeast Asia, where the Sri Vijaya, excuse my pronunciation, kingdom rose, and then another example being Africa, where the Swahili kingdom emerged as commercial city-states. Finally, we will move on to the last topic of today, which is the Trans-Saharan trade routes. Some basic information about the routes is that it is sand-based, meaning that the routes go through the desert. And this trade was also called the gold salt trade, since the two main goods that were most traded were gold and salt. The route had connected North Africa, the Mediterranean world, and inner Africa altogether, which had allowed for a variety of items to be traded. The routes were developed due to the different environments within the regions, which had led to the development of different goods. Trade through the Trans-Saharan routes largely used camels as transportation. This was because camels could walk for 10 days without water, which made it possible to travel the desert between North and West Africa. Apart from camels, camel saddles and caravans had also allowed for trade to occur, as both items made trade efficient and more faster to carry out. Furthermore, the Trans-Saharan routes led to the rise of interconnectedness, which led to new kingdoms. The most famous example would be the rise of the Kingdom of Mali. A small fact about the Mali Empire is that as the Mali Empire emerged, they later held a monopoly on the trade of horses and metals. And that's the end of today's video. I hope it was easy to understand, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and comment. Also, if you would like to watch more videos from We Learn to Share, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Thank you.